Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about one of the most asked questions, and that is arrangement and how do you do it? How do you do it quickly? How do you do it effectively? And my answer is in Session View in Ableton. In this video you'll see my exact workflow that I did then and that I do now, as I did make this video about 18 months ago. If you've got any questions on the topic, just pop them below, but let's get stuck into the video first. Good morning and welcome to SYNTHO. It is a Saturday morning and I'm hay fever free today, which is always a nice surprise at the moment. So after a lot of requests from you guys, it is arrangement I'm going to look at today. I'm going to really try and explain how I lay out my tracks and all that jazz. So one thing you'll notice is from the remix video, if you've not watched that video yet, I'd recommend going to watch the remix video first. I arrange my tracks mostly in Session View, mainly because I just find it a bit more easy to process different parts of the track, and then when you actually go to record it, it's much quicker. And also because I generate all my ideas in here, it becomes kind of a natural progression just to start sketching different ideas out. I know a lot of people do it the other way, but I want to show you how I do it in this way, because everyone's asking me after the remix video if I can go into more detail. So I'm answering your requests. So just to start with, I'm going to let you get familiar with the loop I've got going. So there's not tons of elements, but there is enough. Let me just delete this kick channel. So I've got 19 channels. It's got kick, bass, your usual, your drums, and then we have got some synths. So what first I want to look at, as I'll explain to you if you've never used this arrangement before, you see you've got your different scenes here. So we've got number 1, top right this is, 1, 2, and that should be number 3. So if you can imagine, you make your loop and it'll just look like that. Let's undo that. What you can do is you can duplicate your loops here. So if you click number 1, well, let's just call this number 3 because that'll make it more sense. So if you duplicate that, Command D, it just keeps going down. So you can create different scenes. So you can play between each one by going. Okay, to the second scene. Too many sounds at the moment. Let's call this the main hook. And then we can go to our other scene now. But it's a really great way of doing things because you could start with, this is obviously where I started with the loop. This. You could even take the pad out for that section. See the pad there muted. Then when I now press play on that sound, the pad's going to come in with the hook. So it's almost like the breakdown going into the drop. So let's create some more scenes then. The first obvious one is we have the pad there. Then I'm going to duplicate number 1. And let's call them something that you can reference. I'm going to call this loop pad. Oh no, I'm just going to call this pad no lead. So I'm going to take out any leads and leave the pad in. Then I'm just going to call this loop no synth. And then take out all the synths from this bit. So take out that top note. Let's turn the top note channel back on. And this ARP sound. Take the pad out. So let's listen to the difference between these two. So that's just drums and bass. Now let's go into the pad section. The top notes come in. It's kind of a nice transition there. And then we'll delete the top notes from the number 2. Let's call this mini break with lead, with hook. Sorry, we're calling that. Right. And then let's call this one drop 1. So now we can go from this. But I'd probably leave these top notes out to later in the track, so let's mute them. We could obviously have some fills here in the drums. I can mute that to later. So here's an example of fills. So I was saying towards each section, I'm going to play for 8 bars probably. So if we go into this snare in this one, this one, no, this one actually, I'm going to duplicate this till it's 8. Then maybe we could have like a little, let's hear it in the track. We can add some extra notes in. See, it's not necessarily perfect, the pattern, but it's something we can come into to perfect once we've got it all recorded. Let's mess with velocities. Yes, that's cool. So here's the next tip. Let's now colour that different colour. Pink. So now we know that's different. So now these are pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is on this drop, let's do it again. I might copy this across this snare and only have the end section like this. So the loop's actually going to go. So we'll have that for 8 bars, then let's get the next 8 bars. So let's just call that loop. It doesn't really matter what you call it, as long as it makes sense to you. Should I call it loop, next section, whatever. I don't always label it, sometimes I can just do it like, I know what's going to come and I'll just freestyle it, but I think to teach it, it's probably better to explain with names. Let's call it next, so call it drop 1, drop 2. So what I'd look to do here is switch things up a bit. So an easy way to do it is we'll just take that hook out, right? Then maybe put these top notes back in. Well, let's try the second lead. So I've got this other lead here. Let's solo it. I think what we could do, we could leave that there. I'm going to call it next, then go to another section. I'm going to call this new lead. I'm going to put this in there. I'm going to put these top notes in this section. And then I'm also going to put the pad, this ARP sound in this section. Take that ARP out there, so we've got this. Them two are clashing a bit, so we don't need them. Maybe we could start to bring the pad back in there. Put some delay. Then we could try this top lead, maybe try a different melody with that. That works quite well. Let's just get rid of them notes. This section. Could try things like changing the bass line. So in this section we can maybe go. They have it like a loop, like boom. Call it a different colour. Then we could take some elements out of this, like the wood. Maybe take out this percussion. Just like a simple section. And let's go back to this at the top. Maybe that lead won't work. Let's call out a new bass line. Switch between the two. Kind of sounds like an old school acidy kind of vibe, that. Mute the kick. And you see now I've got like a nice variation of stuff. Padding. Could do another section of this new bass and try and get some leads in with this main hook with this. Change the hook to something else. Let me just shuffle this all the way like that. Try some top notes on top. That sounds pretty cool. Go to a new break, mini break there. New bass. So copy across. You click Command C on that one, then in Command V, copy the whole section across. Maybe you could do the new bass in it like that. Then delete that main hook so it'll go. Then duplicate that again. Then call it a different colour. Then maybe let's mute all these A's. So it goes. Maybe we could take out these perks and just have this clap snap maybe. Let's call this before drop. Let me go to that drop one. So while we jam it in, let's go for a live recording, I reckon. So, this is the fun bit. I always try and record at least 4 minutes or so and put myself on the spot here. Hopefully I can pull it off. I'm sure I'll be fine. So I just hit record at the top. I don't even look at that view. I'll just freestyle it here. You can do things by pressing the square and it mutes the... See, the kick turns off. This wouldn't be the start of the track. You have at least an intro before this, but it's easy to do that yourself. You can do it in here if you want, but maybe I'd mute some more of the congas there. Could have just developed the main hook. This way you freestyle it, so we'll turn the main hook back on here. We could have some mad sounds in here, I guess. Yeah, we could definitely have a cool little build up to that. Brought the pad back in there, I reckon. Then we can go to an easy break, put the hats back in there, so it's not too abrupt. We'll just duplicate that so you can do it on the fly. We've got, I think we can do all the automation on this track as well, with the bass, things like that. Mute the pad. You've got 3 minutes 10 down there. Turn the ARP sound on. Mute the kick. So we can add all the fills and stuff when we go into the other view. We'll turn this pad back on here. Then we can just start to do the outro, I guess. I'm muting that main hook. So that's 5 minutes 20, pretty good effort really. So I just go into this view, Command A, to select it all, put that there. And then I would just do an intro, like put the snares. So I'd maybe start with copy that there. The trick is if you move everything like this, drag everything there, don't copy it. We'll leave this loop out to there. Let's have that snap before there. Let's bring the loop in. Let's bring that wood. Put that there. Let's bring that in 25. We can volume automate that in. So what you can do now is select this whole thing, press Command D, and it picks up all the parts as you go along. Now the track's laid out. Then I literally just autofill it straight away. Right click that, show automation. That part coming in. Press Alt and you can bend the line option, sorry. Maybe I'll do it to that there. So we could have done a little fill there as well. Colour it red. Colour it any colour you want. But my choice is red on this occasion. It really is this easy. And let's do another fill here by taking something out. Okay, let's chuck back into a hat roll. Put some swing on this. Yeah, see that little groove there pricks the ears, as one may say. Let's leave that tambourine out till later in the track. Let's leave that loop up. Later in the track. Right click, show automation. Let's automate that in as well. Arguably that could probably have come in a bit slower there. I think I would have that come in a bit slower. 57. And you've got to think we can add some more elements in here. Like I'm already seeing we need like another pad of some sort. Then what sounds quite good, what I like to do things like this, highlight that whole thing there, and duplicate that across, so we kind of get a hat fill at the end of every certain amount of bars, and like even just a kick. So I can imagine a nice ARP on top of that in this section here. Close the delay on maybe. Just to bridge that gap. So we could do like a kind of reverse kind of thing there. Even just something like that. I'm not going to go into all the little details in this video. I might say that for another one because I want the focus to stay on the session view thing. But if you enjoy this video and want to see me finish it, I will happily do so. I'll probably just do this as one part. Auto filter that. Take off some of the high end. Let's just go type in effects and get some random ones. Even just mad stuff like that could help bridge that gap. Right, so I want to wrap that up for here, for now. Hopefully that's all made sense. Go back and just rewind it, how I've done all these sections here. Once you get the track laid out, that's the hardest bit done. The rest should be just having fun, sprinkling things on top. What I'll do is I will record the second part of this and kind of focus more on the details and the tweaks and stuff so we can keep it separate. Because I want to call that first video how to arrange in session view. And obviously, if we go into the detail now, then this isn't session view now. So, I hope you all enjoyed that, guys. And I hope you have a great day and all the best with arranging.
So thank you very much for watching that video. As always, if you'd like to see a lot more music production content, head over to the SYNTHO members area. The link will be in the bio. You'll be able to see all aspects of the production process. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon.